Everything you do, you go hard. When they doubt you, you definitely gotta go hard. When you fall, you go hard. That pain gonna make you grow. Big motion.
Boy, it's been a long time without you. It seems like forever since you called. And do you think of me cause without it? Cause I'm sitting here waiting by this phone. This Hennessy up in my cup, it got me drowning. And every day now it seems so long. Wish I could go back in time and rewind it. Cause I never meant to leave you all alone. Now I'm crying on this baby, yeah. I don't wanna go away. Cause I've been missing all your love, thinking about you every day. Cause I don't wanna go away without you, baby. Yeah, without you by my side, I've been going crazy. Yeah, I would do anything to keep you, baby. Yeah, my nigga, my baggage, my baby, my feet, my thoughts, my baby, my love, my tears, my house, my car, my music, my keys, my mama, my church, my friends, and my keys. Oh, baby, my tears. Yeah,
You know, people selling drugs, they call it Hankin. You know, if a nigga was selling a lot of dope, they like, you know what I'm saying, I'm Hankin.
Yeah.
So what I did it took and put a positive spin to it, you know. So I took the word Hankin and I made it stand for when you can supply the demand and consistently turn a profit.
This is a certified hood classic.
We've been had money. Money ain't nothing without us being together. It don't make no difference if you the maid or if you the motherfucking bodyguard. Everybody get extras around here, fringe benefits. Everybody travel from place to place and kick it with each other, and every place is like home.
Love Child got that sauce.
Let's get it.
Welcome to my city, Westwood, they know Ohio. Midwest players and hustlers, check the bio. They call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand and make a profit from it. I'm in love with the game. Run, Hopper, Norris, Cole. Ohio player self-made. Jam City, we on gold. M-double-G, yeah, money go getters. Real niggas bout that life. Niggas can't up with us.
They call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand and make a profit from it. They call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand and make a profit from it.
I salute to all the hustle. Jay, Charlie, Bugs, and Round. Keith, Denny, Burt, Earl. The D-boys in the Allens. Chino and Lil J. J, Mac and Carleon. Skane, Key, and Diamond Cut. DBM, you know we own. I used to cook the deep. I did corn, shoot the street. When he played for the Heats, then I flooded the streets. Hustle gang, that's my squad, that's my motherfucking team. Just might be your worst nightmare or sell you a dream. We all about the money, up the system, they corrupt. Ain't no credit, straight cash,
So I got my hustle up. They call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand and make a profit from it. They call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand and make a profit from it.
Matter of fact, after you leave here, you end up getting your teeth on something and coming up with something better. You know what I'm saying? Like a new car, new house, maybe the kids get to go to school, private school, paid for, courtesy of the mom. You know what I'm saying? We pay. You know, that's simple. A lot of niggas don't like to spend their money. We love to spend our money. We can't take none of this shit with us. None. Ain't no armored trucks pulling up at no funeral. Simple.
My boy Hankin TV, that's my dog. He gonna be on the channel real soon. I think tomorrow, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Hankin TV, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's my boy. He put dope content over there.
What's up with this? Your boy JT. If I say I done it, I did it. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Hankin TV tonight. Hottest intro on YouTube. Brenda Clark. I'm coming to win that contest, so get ready. I got a dope artist for y'all tonight. If y'all just now tuning in, y'all missed her song I played first. It's called Without You. Like I was saying, I got a dope artist, R&B artist, and she also rap. I felt like it would be important to shine some light on her. So I know she just now started putting her music out there. I got hip to her, so I want to shine some light to her so everybody can support her and bring her to the forefront. So tonight I got KYM The Artist. What's up, Kim?
Hello, Hankin. How are you?
All right. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
So I'm KYM The Artist. Some of you guys may have seen me around YouTube. I started off as a subscriber, but I was blessed to have my music be put out by another content creator. I appreciate it, and it kind of blew up. So I'm here today trying to promote myself and build my platform.
Right. You don't have to tell us exactly, but where are you? Where are you from?
I am in Dallas, Texas.
Okay,
Born and
Dallas.
raised.
All right. I know my last guest was on Dallas. I had a few other past guests on Dallas, but tell us from your point of view how was it growing up in Dallas?
I mean, Dallas is a big city, so it's very versatile. I mean, we have a whole bunch of opportunity out here. We have some very creative artists that kind of been put in the background and not been praised for all their talent. So, I mean, people be surprised the talent that's in Dallas. We just got to get our names out there.
Right. So how long have you been doing music?
So I have actually been doing music since I was little. So, Black people, we were raised in church. So started there. About 4 or 5 years ago, I was asked to do what was called a webisode. It was something that was like a little Martin remake, but it was kind of along the sides of where he was wanting a dark-skinned person to play the Gina role rather than having a light-skinned person to kind of change it up. And then he wanted to turn it into somewhat of a musical. So I was invited to do that. And really, that was the first time I had ever put my voice out there, that anybody know I could sing or have the talent that I had. So ever since then, I've been working on my music, building my portfolio, just doing different things like that.
Right. So being in the music growing up and being in the music in the church, what else was you into growing up?
I'm more of an athlete, believe it or not. So I have very strict parents. So we kind of were, you got to be focused, you got to be on your game and all of that. So that's kind of why music was in the background for me because, growing up with strict parents, that wasn't some way that they saw us being able to, be out there and be successful. So it really took me doing this and getting my name out there, them hearing my music. So now they understand why that's always been a passion of mine.
Right. So tell us about the name, KYM The Artist. Of course, your name is Kimberly.
Yes, my name is Kimberly. So one of my favorite artists is her. And that's kind of where I hit the ground running, kind of where I wanted to go along that same path as her. So, her name is the H.E.R. So I found a way to incorporate my name in it without putting my name, and I came up with KYM The Artist.
Okay, so before I know you said you've been working on your music for a while, but before somebody put your music out there, was you thinking about putting it out?
I was actually shy. I really didn't know that I had the talent that I had because, growing up in church, you're not pushed for the talent. You're pushed for the glory, what you're doing in church. So I knew I could sing, but I didn't know the level of my talent. So it really took me branching out and doing this. And once I did this and people were like, you got talent, you can do this. That kind of boosted my confidence. And I was like, you know what? I might have something.
Right. So do you have any projects out?
I do. So I'm currently working on an EP right now. We are working on more so of like a R&B and rap. Because right now, if you could tell my songs, I have R&B songs and then I have rap songs. And another person that has really inspired me, because of course he's from my city, and that's kind of the sector that I'm in right now, is Mo3. And if you know Mo3, he did the singing and the rapping. So I want to do kind of like the female version of that, have some rapping and singing like in the same time. So I'm working on an EP right now with my producer, and that's what we're working on putting out.
Right. And then we were speaking on Dallas. We were speaking on Dallas artists earlier, and then you just mentioned Mo3. Who are some other artists in Dallas that you're following?
So some other artists in Dallas that I'm following, you actually had her on there, was Smiley K. I do love her. There is also another female artist that one of the other content creators put out. I can't remember her name off the top, but I follow people like, if people might not know, but Zero is from my city where I was born and raised. So he kind of put us on the map. So I follow Zero. I love Zero. I have some underground artists that people may not have know. Like I have an artist named Cool Breeze that he's kind of like an up and coming artist. I love him as well. So it's just with me, I'm an underdog type person. So I try to follow the people who are up and coming and putting their name out there. Anybody that's attached to HSM, I absolutely love them. So Seven, people like that, I'm all for them.
Is there any artists in Dayton you looking forward to work with?
Actually not, because with me getting started, I actually never saw myself being able to do that. So now, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But if you ask me to name a specific artist, I don't really have anybody yet, because I'm still building my confidence and trying to put myself up there to feel like I'm at that caliber to where I'm capable of doing that.
So while you working on that, getting to that caliber, what plans are you working on to promote your music and your brand?
So just different things like building my YouTube page, because as I said, I pretty much was a subscriber. So I've been working on that. There's also another content creator that I'm working on some music with. Her name is D.E. Nicole. She's not from Dallas, but she is from another state. So she is really being my mentor, and she's, having me understand the ins and outs of all that. So we are actually working on projects too behind the scenes, mixtapes and different things like that. So just really grasping people who can help me and, learning the ins and outs, following my mentors, and just respecting the craft as a whole.
Right. So what type of content do you produce on your channel right now?
Pretty much what I'm doing is shorts, because before I really got into the music and understanding that I had the talent to put myself out there, I was more so on TikTok, because as I explained, when I first started in this music thing, I was more so doing like acting and different things like that. So I'm a very goofy person. I'm a very funny person. So I kind of have like a bigger following on TikTok than I do anywhere else. So I pretty much just have been posting shorts and different things like that to kind of build my following. Until I can get my music out there, get it copyrighted, get everything protected, so that I can be sure that I'm good to go. So just pretty much shorts, and using my facade, me being an attractive woman, to build my platform.
Yeah, that's the number one thing. Make sure you get your business in order. Yes. Make sure you tune in to the show Tuesday, because I'm also gonna have somebody from down your way that's very influential in the music scene in Dallas, and that's what they do. They help artists get their copyrights, get their business stuff together, and hopefully that'll be a network for you down there.
Yes. And that's the most important thing, is protecting myself, especially with seeing, how things have been playing out for some of these artists. Like, I want to be sure that I know what I'm doing before I hit the ground running, because I don't want no questions asked, no blurred lines or anything like that.
And then by you saying you follow Smiley K and you seen her on the show, boom, there go the connection right there,
Yes, absolutely.
And that's the kind of the purpose. Go ahead.
And I'm actually looking forward to the interview with C Mad. So we recently started following each other as well. So that's another person that if things go well, I would look forward to working with him as well.
And that's the purpose of the platform. The platform, it ain't about the numbers. It ain't about me getting no shine. It's about giving the artists and the business and the brand owners the shine. And even if they nowhere, but right here in Ohio, Dayton, Ohio, expose you to a wider range of audience. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Now, you told us about the Martin remake you did. Tell us about some other acting you've done.
That's pretty much it. That started it all for me. Because like I said, I pretty much was like this little private person. I'm in the medical field, so I'm really career driven. So that's my main thing, is focusing on that, my career within that medical field. So this was just kind of like a dream. You know how you have your career, you have everything going on, but then you have that dream that you have. And now I'm to the point where, I'm putting myself out there, I'm doing music, and it's like my dream is coming true. So I'm building. So literally, it's like the process. I'm starting that process, but I'm excited and looking forward to what it can bring.
Right. So besides getting your paperwork in order, getting your copyright stuff together, by you pretty much being behind the scenes for so long, working on your music, what are we going to say 3 things you think you've learned?
3 things I have learned, I would say, is, like you said, make sure that your orders are make sure everything is in order. 2, a following. It's very important to build your following and have people that truly support you. And 3, consistency. People don't understand how important consistency is. Like, you can't do a project and then fall off and then further down the line expect to have that following. You have to be consistent with your craft. You have to be consistent and know what your ultimate goal is and what you're moving for, or it's what's the point, because people aren't gonna want to continue to follow you. So I would say the most important of those 3 would be consistency.
Right. And shout out E. Nicole, because she in the comments.
That's my girl. That person right there, I would say, has been somebody that has been very influential to me. Meeting her on YouTube and her coming into my life, I'm forever grateful for that. There's so much that I'm looking forward to learn from her, and there's so much that I'm looking to build and work with her on.
Right. And she said the same thing that you said, that she was scared to put her music out. Said she didn't know she had the talent she had. So what is some advice you would give another artist that's in y'all's shoes?
Take a chance. You will never know what you're capable of doing without taking that chance. Because one thing that I can say is, if I wouldn't have taken a chance, I wouldn't be here today. And literally, it was somebody else believing in me enough to putting myself out there, and me seeing the people that were like, hey, we want to hear you. Where can we find you, and all of that. And it's sad that it came to that, because I should have had that confidence in myself that I was willing to take that chance on myself rather than it taking somebody else taking that chance on me.
Right. Now, I know you said you was working with E. Nicole. Who else are you working with?
So I have a producer that's from Dallas. That actually, the person that did the webisode that I've been working with, he's kind of he's the one that produced the song that you guys just heard. He's the one that wrote and produced my rap songs and all of that. His name is PG. So he's from Pleasant Grove. So if you know anything about Dallas, so that's where his name came from, was PG. So collaborating with the 2 of them, I know I'm destined for greatness.
Right. So what are some things you think you're going to do different now that you see an artist doing?
Pretty much just putting myself out there, because I didn't do that before, and just understanding my talent and trying to be different. That's the most important thing with music, and putting yourself out there. You got to set yourself apart from everybody else. You got to find that thing that you have, that niche that you have, that sets you apart from what everybody else is doing, and run with that. So that's really what I'm working on now, and that's why I said I'm really focusing on that whole aspect of doing rap and R&B in the same thing, because you really don't see that from too many female artists. So I'm gonna hit the ground running with that and hope that all works well.
Right. And where would you like to see your career? We're gonna say the next 1 to 3 years.
I would at least like to see it have myself dropping an EP and it being successful, enough for me to be able to work with other successful artists, even if it's somebody locally from Dallas or somebody up and coming. You know, I just want to see myself being somebody that people are looking at and be like, oh, she got it. Or, you know, when you hear Kim the artist, you know exactly who I am. You hear Kim the artist, you can say, oh, I know that song. I heard that song. That's my ultimate goal. Because I know it's going to take time, but that's a start. Is getting out there and getting people familiar with me so when they hear my name, they know who I am.
Right. And another purpose of the platform is to show people that there is somebody out there to believe in them. And I also look at this like as a stepping stone, getting people ready for the breakfast clubs and the other big interviews. But you ready.
I try to be.
Ready.
I try to be. I mean, a lot of it comes from me being, you know, not saying that people don't have professional careers, but, you know, within my professional career, communication and things like that are important. So that's why I said I have some pluses to, you know, the things that I could bring to the table. Is just about getting that confidence within myself and doing what I need to do to put myself out there.
Right. So, it's kind of like on and the question you really already answered because you say you're working with any artist, already working with other artists. So, how can people go about getting features from you?
Hit me up on IG. So across the board, one thing that I also learned is you got to be able to be found. So every kiss begins with K or KYM The Artist. So on my social media platforms, whether it be IG and TikTok, is every kiss begins with K, and on YouTube, KYM The Artist. So my DMs are open. I make sure that my pages are public. So reach out to me, hit my DMs. I'm open to do anything. I'm really just focused on, like I said, getting my name out there and get it to where when people hear my name and people hear my music, they want to work with me and they know who I am.
Right. And disclaimer, when she says she wouldn't do anything, not anything, because we got some weird people out here now.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But that's one thing about me is if you're going to come correct, because I'm all about my business. I'm zero tolerance to the BS. If you don't got anything to offer me, if there's not anything that we could do to work together, to build together, I'm not with it.
Right. So besides her, who are some other artists you are influenced by?
So Lauryn Hill, I've always been influenced by Lauryn Hill. One of the first people that I can say I had a full album that I listened to from start to finish. It was actually a group. And my favorite song of all time is Weak by SWV. So I love SWV. Outside of individually, Monica was the next person. Because if you could tell, I have like that deeper voice. So I don't have that high pitch, you know. So I have the deeper voice. So artists like that kind of have that same range as I do were the ones that I grasped to and kind of have learned from and built and just, you know, continue to build my own tone so I can, you know, do my own thing.
Right. So now we know you're working. So when can the people be prepared to get this EP?
So my EP, actually, we have 3 full songs that we have done now. And understand I'm a single mom and I do still have a career, so it's kind of like a slow build. But I'm hoping that within the next month and a half that I have that done. So understand it's an EP. So if there's any artists out there that are willing and wanting to work with me, hit me up. We can make that happen. Meanwhile, I'm open for anything.
Right.
Well, anything business wise. Let me reiterate.
Right. So outside of being a mom and having a career and working on your music, what are some things you do for fun?
That's pretty much it. I'm a full-time mom. I'm a medical junkie, so I'm focused on my career and my music. So if I'm not working on, you know, on my kids or working on work, I'm working on my craft. I'm trying to find a way to build. Like I said, somebody that's very influential in my life is D.E. Nicole. I am a domestic violence survivor. So I stand on that. I love to tell my story about that. So she and I are definitely working on something behind the scenes where being mentors to women who have experienced domestic violence. We have a line that if you're experiencing domestic violence and you just want to call and talk to somebody, you can call a number and be in contact with she and I. So it's different projects based on experiences that I have experienced in life that I'm focused on. But one thing that I always do is focus on the positive. If it can't bring positivity to my life, I'm not with it.
Right. Well, here go the perfect opportunity right now for you to share your story.
Okay. Well, I actually was in a 15-year relationship with domestic violence. I met my abuser when I was 21 years old, so pretty much fresh into my adulthood, and it went left from there. It was like I tell people all the time, abusers they recognize weakness, and he recognized my weakness, and it was hit the ground running from there. But I went through 15 years. We went through several instances where I had injuries. But one thing that I did do was I hid it from the world. So you go all the way back on my platforms and all that. You would never look at me today and know that I experienced what I experienced because I hid it. But one thing that I can say is it made me stronger. It got me my beautiful children. I never regret them, regardless of my abuser being their father. But I'm here now. I've done my healing. I've done my work, and I'm here to tell my story. I'm proud to tell my story because before I was always embarrassed. You know, who wants to admit that, you know, you had to experience that? But I stand on telling my story, hoping that I can empower any woman that is experiencing it now, have experienced it in the past, or feel like they're in the position to experience it to walk away. Don't be me. Don't stay in it thinking that they love you. Don't stay in it thinking that it's something that you should be going through. Walk away. And that's why me and E. Nicole are doing what we're doing, to build that platform so people know. Even if you have a question, you might not know, you might not understand it. You can call us and say, hey, this is how I'm feeling today. What do you think about that? And we can walk you through that process. But domestic violence is it's a lot more common than people think and understand. And one thing that I can say is until I released myself from that, I didn't have the confidence to do anything. I didn't have the confidence to do anything. So once I released myself from that was when I started putting myself out there. I literally had been, I want to say 3 months out of my domestic violence situation when I signed on to do that webisode. And I can say that saved my life because it showed me who I truly was. It helped me see that you are somebody, regardless of what he tried to make me feel like I was. You are somebody. So I'm forever grateful for that experience and that opportunity because it definitely pushed me to heal and do what I needed to do to be a better person.
Right. So besides embarrassment, what's another reason why you think people hide they're going through domestic violence?
One thing that I always tell people about abusers is the first thing that they do is they get your mind. Like they'll wine and dine you. They'll do everything that they can to get that mind control over you. Then they get your heart. They make you feel like you're the most special person on this earth. Once they have your mind and your heart, they have everything to take complete control over you. So then that's when the emotional abuse starts. It's always going to start with the emotional and verbal. And I tell people all the time, they're only going to do what you allow. So they're going to test you. Like they test you and they'll do that one thing. And once they feel like, okay, I was able to do that, it gets worse each time until they have that complete control over you. And then once they have that complete control over you, you lose yourself. Like I can honestly say I've been a confident person my whole life. Like I was an athlete, I was popular in high school, all of that. But once I experienced that, I can say at the end of my experience and I looked myself in the mirror, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was. And I definitely wasn't the person that I was when we first started, when we first got together.
Right. And then by you being a domestic violence survivor, what are some signs for people to look for that a person is going through domestic violence so other people can see? Because I'm quite sure you had signs that people didn't pick up on because they didn't know.
The first sign I would always say is, and people don't understand this because people always say, they just overlook it. Look at how they treat the females in their life. Like that's the most important thing. If they don't have healthy and successful relationships with the females in their life, you need to question that. Two, the alienation. Like the first thing that they're gonna do is try to alienate you away from everybody that you are close to. They're gonna make you seem like you don't need those people, that they are the only people that you need. When they try, they will do little things like they'll play rough. Like you have a little rough tussle, and they'll see how far they get you. You just have to pay attention to the person because they will show you everything that you need to know right off the bat. They're smooth talkers. They will smooth talk you away. Like they will wine and dine you, do all of that. But the most important thing is the alienation because they want to alienate you from the people that they feel are going to protect you. If you can't introduce them or build relationships with the males in your life, that's a red flag too. Because if they feel like you don't have that male background or that male support, that's when they feel like they in trouble. Because they know a male is a protective dad and all that, they're gonna protect they females. So anything like that. First thing that I know now is I'm gonna introduce you to my daddy and I'm gonna see how you interact with him. I'm gonna introduce you to my brothers and I'm gonna see how you interact with him. If I'm getting these weird vibes of you being nervous and all that, we got a problem because that shouldn't be an issue. So those are the red flags. It's so many different red flags, but just follow your heart and follow your intuition.
Right. So, what advice would you give a female that's in an abusive relationship who feel like she can't go nowhere, she ain't got nowhere else to go, she don't want to start over? Because I think that's one of the reasons to keep people involved in domestic violence relationships, because they be like, where I'm gonna go? You know what I'm saying?
You can do it, and understanding that there are resources out there. Like it literally took me having to go through situations that I had to be introduced to different resources. I look at it like this: would you rather be miserable with them or miserable by yourself? And I looked at it like you won't know your capability until you separate yourself. Like it really took me, it wasn't an easy process, but once I separated myself and I started working on myself, then that was like a big deal. You will learn a lot just by focusing on you and working on you and understanding the resources that you have. Because most people, like within my situation, most people think, okay, I don't have anywhere to go. What am I going to do? You have resources within your state that will help you with that. And I tried, that's one thing that I pushed. I had resources that relocated me. They paid for me to relocate. You have resources out there that if you have children and you feel like it's important that you need to protect your children from them, there's resources out there to get you free legal. Like you just have to get up the nerve to just get away and do what you need to do. There are resources out there to protect women and children that people don't know because it's not just put out there in the open. But there are. Look into it, and you can do it. Like you will be surprised. It'll be hard to start, but once you get that little sense of independency, it was over with. I was like, oh no, I'm never going back, and I'm never looking back.
Right. So the program or the resources you said you and Nicole are offering, where can the people get that information again?
Mm-hmm. So we have a Instagram page called Andromeda's Angels. And since Nicole is in the chat, sis, drop our IG page. We have an IG page. We are working on building our TikTok. We have an email. And within our IG page, there are phone numbers that you can reach out and contact us on. We are available 24/7. We are here to help and spread the word for anybody. One thing that our slogan is, everybody knows somebody. Like if you feel like, and that was the most important thing, is if you feel like you know somebody that could be possibly going through it, everybody knows somebody. It's very important. Don't ignore the signs. Like they might not like the fact that you are putting it out there and saying, hey, I'm noticing this. Everybody knows somebody. Don't ignore the signs, because you just never know what tomorrow brings. Everybody's not a survivor. And that's what I tell everybody. Everybody's not here to tell a story like I'm here to tell my story. And that's what we're trying to prevent. We want more people to be able to be out here and be able to tell their stories of survival, rather than us having to see on the news that people, have lost their life due to domestic violence, like our most recent incident here in Dallas.
Right. My fault. Nicole, I can't make you a mod from right here, but just send it to me in my my DM, and I'll put it in the description of this video. And then after this done, I'll make you a moderator. I can't make it. I think I logged into the wrong account on my iPad. But that's dope. So I know I'm about to ask them. Yes. There ain't no question, and there ain't no such thing as a dumb question, but do you express some of that stuff in your music?
I do. And that's actually what I'm focusing on with Nicole. That's one thing that she inspired me to do. She told me, tell your story. Use your music to tell your story, because you will be surprised how dope it would be, because that's speaking from the heart. You sit down and you write things based on what you feel like people want to hear, but write on what's in your heart. and you will be surprised on what you will, exude to the world. So really, that's what she and I are working on with our mixtapes and all of that. Is she has definitely inspired me now that I'm comfortable with telling my story to put that in my music.
Right. So for the people out there who don't know or that's trying to get into music and that's new, tell them how you work with another artist that's in another state or city.
What we do is we utilize StreamYard, we utilize our phones. One thing that we are working on, there's things that we are working on that we want it to kind of sound raw. Like I don't want to put it out there and tell exactly what we're doing, but we want it to sound raw. Like we literally sat down together and we worked on this so people can understand the inspiration that was put behind this. Like our stories that we want to tell. Like we legitimately put in work, this just the two of us, to make this happen. So because people think you got to have a studio, you got to have this, you got to have that, and that will hold a person back. But you don't need all of that. When you have passion and you have the drive and you really want to be successful, you can do it on your own. Like there are ways to make it happen, and that is exactly what she and I are working on to inspire other people to do the same.
And technology. We can't leave technology out.
Technology is huge, but even with the technology that we have, people still downplay it. Like they just don't understand. Like do your research, look into what you can do. You don't need all the things that you see. Like they look at artists, they look at these celebrities, which I'm not saying don't, but they look at people and feel like, okay, well, if I can't do that, then I'm not capable. But that's absolutely not true. Utilize the technology that you have in front of you and run with it. It don't have to sound like those people to get you where you want to go.
Right. And then let the people know what they can be expecting for you next. We know we got the EP. We got any videos coming up? Any new TikToks? Any more acting? What?
Well, like I said, I'm working on several different shows with E. Nicole. We have a lot of projects. If y'all know anything about the E. Nicole, you know that is a hustler there. Like her passion is in this. And once you align with her, she is going to make sure that she does everything that she can to help you along with herself. So we have several different shows, YouTube shows on the background that we're working on. We have mixtapes that we're working on. As I said, we have our Andromeda's Angels. That TikTok page will be coming extremely soon. So I will be dropping that. That will be something that I will start posting shorts on my page, as well as, hopefully we get to where we're able to build a YouTube page for that. But more than so, we have a whole bunch of different shows coming for you guys.
Right. Somebody want to know, do y'all offer help to abusers that want to change their abusive ways?
Absolutely. And people don't understand how that is the most important thing. Absolutely. Because if we only try to help the victims, what are we doing for the abusers? But you don't see too many people that ask that question. So absolutely. If I can help you from doing what you're doing, absolutely. Coming from a victim that had to experience that, one thing that I tell people about my abuser is if he knew better, he would do better. The problem. That's the problem there. So absolutely, it's not closed to anybody. It's abusers. If you know somebody that you feel like is possibly being abused, or if you are a victim themselves, we are willing to help anybody that has that is involved in domestic violence. Absolutely.
That's dope.
And you feel free. You will not have to worry about being judged at all.
That's
no
dope.
Judgment zone with us.
I'm glad you was able to help people tonight. You know what I'm saying? Besides inspiring them by your music, you know what I'm saying? I think you got a good thing going on. Because there's a lot of people that do hide domestic violence, the abuser and the person that's being abused. Just like mental health in the Black community, I think domestic violence and abuse need to be talked about and addressed more. So you're definitely on a mission.
And that's where it starts. That's where it starts, and that's what I tell people all the time, is mental health in the Black community. If we understand the history of mental health in the Black community, I tell people all the time, we came into the game automatically with PTSD based on our history, from slavery and all of that. So it's a lot harder for us, the segregation, the stereotypes, all of that. It's harder for Black people. So when we're able to accept it, fix ourselves, do the work, that makes us look a lot stronger than anybody else that can say they deal with mental illness.
Right. And then this right here might be opening up a can of worms, but why do it seem like Black people are more harder on Black people than anybody?
Because that's what we were built to do. You know, like, and that's the sad thing is we've embraced the stereotypes that other people have put on us. Like, we're always the problem. And it's sad that we hear it so much that we embrace it ourselves. And it's like, that's what we got to stop doing. We got to tackle that stereotype and try to want better, but it's going to take us working together to do that. Like, we can't sit here and say, you know, one thing that I hate about Black people is we get upset about stereotypes. We don't like it, but then we the main ones attacking each other. We can't do that because honestly, we're proving those stereotypes right. So if we can come together and do the work and understand that we are the victims, honestly, out of any other race that has experienced anything, we are the victims. If we can come together and recognize that and work together to switch that shit around, a lot of people, they wouldn't be able to touch us. Like, that's what Black people don't understand is they 95% of the time they trying to cramp our style. They trying to do what we doing. So why can't we see that and build together and fix it and do what we need to do to take over? Like, we could take over the world if we wanted to, if we would work together and do what we got to do.
Right. And I think it all do.
They didn't go get us for no reason. They went and got us. We didn't go get them. So that should have told us a lot in itself.
And I think it all do fall back to the way we was raised, you know what I'm saying, being inherited all the way back to the Jim Crow and before that, you know what I'm saying, programming us to be against each other, divide and conquer, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that was opening up a can of worms because that's a deep topic, just like
absolutely
domestic abuse, you know what I'm saying? But it's some things that need to be addressed in the community, not just in the Black community, but all communities, you know what I'm saying?
All communities. And they try to bury our history. Like, I remember growing up, Black History Month used to be important. They try to bury our history. Once they realized our power, they try to bury our history.
Right. I remember it was a point in time, I don't know if it changed. They didn't even recognize Martin Luther King Day in Arizona.
See, I don't know. They recognize it now, but I know Black History Month in these states are definitely not what it used to be.
Right. That's definitely what's up, man. You full of information. You definitely got a story to tell. You got some dope resources. And I'm quite sure a lot of people are going to be reaching out to you for. So tell everybody again where they can find you at.
So they can find me on Instagram. Every kiss begins with K. It's EVRY_ kiss begins with K. That's the same thing on TikTok. On YouTube, I am K.Y.M The Artist. And that's pretty much it. Hit my DMs. One thing about me is I'm a genuine person. I'm the person that you see sitting here today is the person that you will see across the board. I am a positive person. I'm all about positivity. I don't like the negativity at all. I don't engage in it. I try to avoid it. But my thing is empowering people and empowering my people, and especially women who have experienced what I've experienced.
Right, most definitely. That information is also in the description of the YouTube video, and I'm also, when I get that link from E. Nicole, I'm also gonna have that in there. So make sure y'all slide through, check out KYM The Artist.
Andromeda's Angels.
Andromeda Angels. I appreciate it. I wish you much success. Make sure you stay in contact. Let me know what you got coming up so I can post it.
Absolutely.
And we can come back and do this again. All right.
Thank you so much for having me. Like, I really appreciate this. This is doing nothing but helping me. But I love people like you who genuinely are looking to build artists, build people like me, build the Black community and all that. So keep doing what you're doing because we appreciate you more than you know.
That's what I'm going to say. At first, you probably thought it was a game or something because you was kind of standoffish. You probably thought somebody was playing.
I was hesitant, right?
Yeah.
But I'm glad I did, and I'm glad you did reach out.
Yeah, that's what's up. It was very informative. Like I said, you definitely gave out some good information. All right, thanks. I'm gonna be hitting you up.
I said, think I can ever do that.
Okay, I'm gonna be hitting you up.
All right, thank you so much. Have a good evening.
All right, you too. That was KYM The Artist, man. Make sure y'all slide through and check her out, man. She got some good music, R&B and rap. She definitely came through and dropped some jewels on Hankin TV. That's what Hankin TV is all about. When you can supply the man to consistently turn a profit. Hit that like button if you ain't hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. You got to be subscribed and comment. So get y'all memberships, man. I got memberships, man. Get your memberships. I keep telling you, I got some dope stuff coming up for the members. And I got things I got going on. Members gonna have first dibs on them, man. Shout out E. Nicole, man. Make sure y'all slide through. Check out her interview. I also got an interview coming up on one of her shows about my book, Hankin in Love with the Game. And for y'all who don't know about it, make sure y'all tune into that show so you can find out about the book, because the book is dope. I'm giving away free copies, and I can't believe people ain't hitting me up for them. You know what I'm saying? But she hit me up for one. I sent it to her. She said she liked it and invited me on her show. So make sure y'all slide through and check that out. If you're a moderator, you got a wrench, go ahead and drop your link in the chat. I appreciate everybody for coming through. And just keep me posted. If you're an artist, business or brand, you got anything you're trying to get out there, hit me up so I can get you on the platform and let's get it out. Make sure y'all tune in this coming Tuesday. I got another dope artist coming up out of Dallas, Texas. That's a staple in the music game down there. Then Thursday, we all way in Arkansas. I ain't been that far yet. So Thursday, we're going to Arkansas with artist C Mad. He got a dope video out right now. He definitely on his way. So make sure y'all slide through and check that out. I ain't got my book, but I already got November booked. November booked up. I don't think I can take more people. So just make sure y'all tune in all month, man. So I got some dope interviews coming up. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, man. No matter of fact, I ain't gonna run the intro for y'all. What I'm gonna do for the people that came in late, I'm gonna play KYM The Artist song for y'all again. Going out. Here y'all go. Hold on.
Boy, it's been a long time without you. It seems like forever since you called. And do you think of me cause without it? Cause I'm sitting here waiting by this phone. This Hennessy up in my cup, it got me drowning. And every day now it seems so long. Wish I could go back in time and rewind it. Cause I never meant to leave you all alone. Now I'm crying on this baby. I don't wanna go away. Cause I've been missing all your love, thinking about you every day. Cause I don't wanna go away without you, baby. Yeah, without you by my side, I'd be going crazy. Yeah, I would do anything to keep you, baby. Yeah, my nigga, my baggage, my baby, my feet, my thoughts, my baby, my love, my tears, my house, my car, my bills, and my keys, my mama, my church, my friends, and my keys. Oh, baby, my tears.
Give everybody like a definition of Hankin. In Dayton, people selling drugs, they called it Hankin. If a nigga was selling a lot of dope, they like, what I'm saying, I'm Hankin.
Yeah.
So what I did it took and put a positive spin to it, So I took the word Hankin and I made it stand for when you can supply the demand and consistently turn a profit.
This is a certified hood classic.
We been had money. Money ain't nothing without us being together. It don't make no difference if you the maid or if you the motherfucking bodyguard. Everybody get extras around here, friends benefits. Everybody travel from place to place and kick it with each other, and every place is like home.
Love Child got that sauce.
Let's get it.
Welcome to my city, Westwood, they know Ohio. Midwest players and hustlers, check the bio. They call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand and make a profit from it. I'm in love with the game. Run, Hopper, Norris, Cole. Ohio player self-made. Jam City, we on gold. M-double-G, yeah, money go getters. Real niggas bout that life. Niggas can't up with
They
us.
call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand and make a profit from it. They call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand and make a profit from it.
Salute to all the hustle, Jay, Charlie, Bugs, and Rounders. Keith, Denny, Bert, Earl, the D-boys in the alleys. Chino and Lil J, J, Mac and Carleon, Skane, Key and Diamond Cut. DBM, you know we own. I used to cook the D, I did corn, shoot the 3. When he played for the Heats, then I flooded the streets. Hustle gang, that's my squad, that's my motherfucking team. Just might be your worst nightmare or sell you a dream. We all about the money, up the system, they corrupt. Ain't no credit, straight cash, so I got my hustle up.
They call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand and make a profit from it. They call me Hankin for a reason. If I said it, then I done it. I supply what they demand and make a profit from it.
Matter of fact, after you leave here, you end up getting your teeth on something and coming up with something better. You know what I'm saying? Like a new car, new house, maybe kids get to go to school, private school, paid for, courtesy of the mom. You know what I'm saying? We pay. You know, that's simple. A lot of niggas don't like to spend their money. We love to spend our money. We can't take none of this shit with us. None. Ain't no armored trucks pulling up at no funerals. Simple.
My boy Hankin TV, that's my dog. He gonna be on the channel real soon. I think tomorrow, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Hankin TV, man. You feel what I'm saying? That's my boy. He put dope content over there.